What's up, guys? Arash Rabar here, Classic Physique IFBB Pro. I've been getting a lot of requests for bulking diets. Guys are asking me how to go about bulking, how to break up their macros, how to get started. I think the biggest factor, one of the biggest issues we have is the word bulking. It could be absolutely disastrous. Guys think that that means gain a shitload of weight and eat whatever the hell they want. And that definitely is not the case. You know, in the 80s and the 90s, bodybuilders used to get very, very heavy. They used to gain tons and tons amount of weight, but bodybuilders and people in general have realized that that's not a smart way of doing it, and I'll tell you why. It's not healthy, and it's much more difficult to get into condition when the time comes. Staying lean is the smartest thing you can do. Staying as lean as possible. It doesn't mean staying shredded. That doesn't mean having a six-pack all year round. But there's hormonal changes in your body when you're dieting versus when you're bulking. Growth hormone is higher when you're dieting. Your body is more efficient at utilizing carbohydrates for energy when you're dieting. T3, leptin, all these things we take advantage of when we're dieting. And then that magical rebound after a diet, going into a surplus of calories, you can't help but gain muscle. But after a certain period of time, when those calories are increased and the carbs are increased, after 4 weeks, 6 weeks, if any of you have experienced this, you'll be sitting there saying, oh yeah, he's right. You start putting on more and more weight, and then your body changes, almost like a hybrid car. It's not as efficient anymore when you were at a deficit and you were dieting. Now your body is actually better at storing fat. It stores fat very easily. You're not insulin sensitive anymore. You actually become, your workouts sometimes suffer from it, and your energy levels. A very good thing to pay attention to is your energy levels in the morning if you're feeling sluggish and shitty. So you see a lot of guys nowadays bulking for 4 to 6 weeks and then dieting for 1 to 2 weeks and again and again and again. It's kind of taking advantage of that rebound and having 5-10 rebounds a year rather than just 1 or 2 if you're dieting for the summer or if you're doing shows. So I have a lot of guys come to me and they say, okay, I want to work with you in my off season. I'm 180, I want to be 220. All right, well, where are you getting these numbers from? 180, 220? I mean, shit, that's 40 pounds. No one's gaining 40 pounds of muscle. There are some ways, and you guys know that, and I'm not an advocate of that extreme. 40 pounds, a lot of it's going to be fat and a lot of it's going to be water. And what happens when your body fat goes up? First of all, you look and feel like shit. Muscle tissue gets softer and estrogen goes up. So again, hormonal responses to foods, your hormonal balances, you don't want your body in that state. You want your body in the optimal state, like a fat burning machine. So you want to stay as lean as possible. So does that mean diet hard in the off season? No. Does that mean do an hour fasted cardio a day? No. That means do just the right amount of cardio here and there, some sessions of HIIT, some sessions after you train. It doesn't have to be 4 or 5 days a week. It could be less. Some guys don't even have to do it if they stay very lean. It means eating more food, a surplus, but keeping it clean. Carb cycling, maybe doing 4 or 5 days of moderate to low carb, and then 2 days of higher carb refeeds, not burger, fries, and pizza and a bunch of crap, but clean foods. You can absolutely utilize burger and fries, which is my favorite meal, and some cheat meals and some sweets here and there, but guys get out of hand. They increase, let's say a guy diets on 100 grams of carbs. He's dieting down, he's eating 100 grams of carbs, and then he goes into his bulk, he has like 300, 400 grams of carbs. Okay, and then on top of that, he has a few cheat meals a week. And on top of that, he sneaks in a little bit of sweets. Believe it or not, I mean, that adds up. That adds up to a lot. And I mean, me personally, I can't handle it. I'll put on fat. There's some guys out there with crazy fast metabolisms, and God bless you, that's great. You can get away with it. It still doesn't mean it's healthy. It still doesn't mean it's going to be optimal for your hormones and how your body feels. So I just wanted to put this out there real quick because I feel like people are really misunderstanding this off season. You can absolutely grow muscle and absolutely increase in strength at 10% body fat, even a little bit lower. There's no need to go to 11, 12, 13% body fat. Not only that, but let's say I gain 20 extra pounds, okay? And I gain, let's just say hypothetically, I gain 3, 4, 5 extra pounds of muscle because that extra weight I gained. That's great, right? So what Arash is saying is wrong. I bulked, I gained more weight, and I gained some muscle. Fine. Now what do you have to do? You have to diet. Well, if you gain 20 extra pounds, what does that mean? You diet for the same period of time? No, you're gonna diet for longer. And if anybody out there knows about dieting, when you begin to diet, you're always in danger of losing muscle. You're at a calorie deficit. So the last thing you want to do is diet longer. You might have gained a few extra pounds of muscle, but you'll probably lose it because you have to diet harder and or longer. The better shape you're in at the start of the diet, the easier, smoother, and more consistent your diet will be. And by consistent, I mean no crazy weight drops. No, all of a sudden I woke up and I'm 6 pounds lighter. That should not be happening, you know? I just want to tell you guys a little about that because the weather's getting cold and I don't want a lot of you guys putting on too much weight. So focus more on how you feel in the gym first thing in the morning and how your strength is. Don't really look at the scale. Oh, I want to be 220. I want to be 230. I want to be 240. I get dozens and dozens of emails a day from clients and potential clients, but at least 2 a day, and I'm not even exaggerating, will tell me, hey, I'm so-and-so, I just competed or I didn't compete. My goal is in the off season, because right now is the off season. I get a lot of emails regarding just off season training, off season dieting. I want to be X amount of pounds. Like, it never fails. Every day I get this, and it's like, well, what if I get you stronger and harder and leaner and you gain a couple pounds of muscle? Do you still care about the weight on the scale? No, it doesn't matter. Who cares how much you weigh? Bodybuilding is an illusion anyways. So guys, keep it clean. Don't stray too far from your normal routine, from your normal diets. Don't just go out crazy and eat everything under the sun. You're going to put on too much fat. Your body's not going to be efficient. Your estrogen's going to go up. You're going to feel and look like shit. Your energy levels will plummet. And it's going to be that much harder when you diet, man. If you're eating a bunch of crap all the time and then you got to diet, it's going to be hell. Dieting, if the easier the diet is, the better you're going to look and feel. So keep that in mind next time you pick up the spoon and fork, yeah?